As I went down to the river to pray, studying about that good old way, and who will wear the thorny crown? Good Lord, show me the way. Oh, brother, let's go down, let's go down, won't you come on down? Oh, brother, let's go down, down to the river to pray. Lovely.
Nice.
Welcome to another episode of Singing with Mike and Vittorio.
Nice.
Mike and Vittorio's Guide to Singing. There was a time where I thought every episode should be called Guide to, and then whatever we were talking about that week.
Right. That'd be tough to keep that going.
Well, we've managed to maintain the single word titles
Right.
throughout for this long, and people hate that because
Yeah.
they can't find any. Like, they can never remember if they want to go back and listen to a certain bit. It's like the episode is just called, like, Trees.
Yeah.
And they're like, what?
It was a terrible idea from the start that we now kind of have to stick to.
I just thought it was cool.
I mean, listen.
It's clean.
It's cool, but what cool is rarely practical. Do you know what I mean?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Is that an applicable phrase right now?
I'd throw it in there and I'd stick to it and not question yourself. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Eat it. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, it's warm.
Oh, yeah.
But you've just come back from foreign.
From Italia.
You've come back from the homeland.
Oh,
and you've
brother.
got yourself a Make Italy Great Again.
I've got my little Italia hat. I've got my Caravaggio.
Now, who's this?
Huh?
This is, what's her name?
Medusa.
Medusa, yeah.
The wild Medusa. It looks very like fucking Johnny Depp as Edward Scissorhands.
I was going to say Helena Bonham Carter, but it's certainly got a
Tim Burton vibe.
Tim Burton vibe,
Just
for
some
sure.
mad cunt snakes coming out the head. So this was a painting by Caravaggio, the Bowl Caravaggio. So I got this in Florence. So we were on so I brought
Firenze.
I brought my mother to Italy on this trip. Now this was something
We got to tee this up. This has been in the works for such a long time.
This has been in the work. This is like I'm trying to think of a movie that took 10 years to make or something.
Boyhood.
Huh? Boyhood. Yes.
Why did I say it like that?
It's all right. You got there in the end. Richard Linklater's masterpiece, Boyhood, which was shot over 12 years. You see a boy become a bloody man.
And they're doing that with this musical at the minute that has Mescal in it. The what the fuck's it called? Merrily We Roll Along, because it's a musical where it starts at the end and works backwards towards the start.
Yeah.
So each scene, they have these weird little motifs where they say what year it is, where they go 1969.
Right.
And then blah, 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 blah. So they're filming it from the start to the end, obviously, over the next, I think, for like 12, 14 years or something.
I love that. A bit of just fucking delayed gratification. Imagine working on that. I can't wait for people to see this in 15 years. Mental.
Yeah, that is absolutely Paul mental.
I want you to hear my joke tonight.
Yes, we need it
Now.
This is why I suck at like writing all the scripts and stuff you're supposed to do as a comedian. Like, we're both supposed to have like 3 sitcom ideas on the boil
No way.
at any given moment. I'm like, no, I will describe the sitcom to an audience filled with people and it will be difficult, but I will get laughs. No.
I jizz all my ideas out willy-nilly onto a podcast. There you go. And you listen to the podcast, you tell me what my sitcom's about. I don't fucking know. Don't ask me to do it, you fucking slug. I put on the podcast and I get the feedback every Thursday.
What's the Mike Cinematic Universe podcast? It's on the farm. It's on Greenridge. It's probably called Greenridge. Would be the Mike Cinematic Spitball. We'll get back to Florence in a second.
Something about Greenridge. Something about it, you're on the farm. You're on antidepressants. You're saying brother a lot to animals.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, they're helping you.
Like Queen Maud is my best buddy, and maybe we go on adventures.
Is it Animal Farm-esque?
As in, like, there's like
But
a political
one
message.
Of the animals? Is it an allegory for communism? Greenridge?
No way, brother.
Redridge.
Nice. No, there'll be nothing of any intelligence or value being talked about. It'll just be my father eating raw sausages, and
that's got to be in there.
And Queen Maud is
so many moments. A riot at a school.
Yeah.
Nimnog with the keys.
Right.
There's a lot of strong characters in here.
There's a lot of strong characters, no female characters.
I think you do it as like a silent film, and Nimnog like has to go to everyone's house and play along on the keyboard.
On the piano, yes, possibly. And my mother would be kind of an angel that floats above.
Like a Galadriel figure.
Yeah, like she has wings and she kind of just floats around and she's kind of worried, like, Mike, please don't do that. And then I was like, no, I will. I will join my father in this raw sausage supper. And she's like, no. So yeah, there'll be some sort of a surreal farm thing, but that's what I'm saying. That's for the producers to listen to the podcast and figure out.
Come on, for fuck's sake!
I don't want to sit down and do it
because all of the producers listen to this podcast. I really like this running joke that everyone in the whole world listens.
Everyone's
to this
listening to this podcast.
All the biggest Spielberg's on.
Putin.
Steve-O, come on. Write the sitcom for Mike.
I'm giving you everything. I'm feeding you. I can bring a horse to water. I can't make it drink. Right?
Yeah.
Take the information. I'm giving you gold here, Jerry.
Yeah, I can take Mike to Brighton. I can't make him gay.
What the hell? But so anyway, I'm in Italy with my mother. Like we said, it's like the Richard Linklater's movie Boyhood, which took 12 years to make. You see a young lad hitting puberty in real time.
This is like Boyhood, like B-A-I hood.
B-A-I.
As in like a sort of Southern Ireland boy.
Oh, Boyhood.
Boyhood.
Oh, Boyhood. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it's like. So this has been in the makings for a long time. I'd always said if I ever got any money and wasn't, a completely broke little bollocks, I was going to take my mother to Italy to the opera. And by Jesus, I had some money this year, so I was like, I'm fucking doing it.
Thanks to you, lovely folks.
Thanks to the patrons. You brought my mother. Actually, no, some of you aren't even on the Patreon.
Yes, a lot of you are gay fat pigs.
Gay fat pigs. I'll save our thanks for the patrons, because half of these...
We rescind that thanks.
Yeah.
Too many of you are freeloaders.
Yeah, and there's some of you that took that, you felt the good feeling of that thanks, and I want to suck it back out your bodies, because you don't fucking deserve it.
How do we remove that good feeling? We need to give them a bad feeling. Quick, say a slur.
What was that?
Quick, say a slur.
Fucking... No, I don't want to get in any more trouble. I don't feel like getting in trouble today. I've just kind of got my anxiety more under control. I don't want to flare it up again. But so this was a once-in-a-lifetime trip with me and my mother bid. So we were going to Florence.
So exciting and beautiful.
Yeah, so we were going to Florence for 2 days. Then we're going to Rome. We're going to the opera in Rome.
Can we discuss, and I think we briefly touched on it at the time,
yes,
when you told your mother that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Because this is the in the works. It was a long time ago this was announced.
Well, so this was announced at Christmas, and what was great was we do a thing generally where it's like all the brothers come in for together to buy a present for my mum and dad.
Fuck off the rest of us.
And I said, you can shove it up your arse. Wait till you see what I have in store. You're going to be blown out with the water, right? Also, there's this grand scheme where there's 4 sons. I was 3rd or 4th, favourite in that. And that's not to say my mother doesn't love me. She does. But I was definitely behind my brother James on the farm and Johnny Rice as well. Because Johnny Rice is musical theatre, gay, everything that my mother loves. So I was like, this trip to Rome is going to fucking shoot me up the table. You know what I mean?
And did you tell her you were gay as well? Because I think that'd clinch it if you told her you were gay in Rome.
That's for next Christmas.
Next Christmas.
That's next Christmas. I'm literally going to unwrap.
It's in the post.
I'm going to unwrap a phone and it'll just be my
just unwrap a twink.
I'm like little tight twink and just be like, this is Naku and we're in love. And my mother will just be like, you're number 1 now. Yeah.
You're number 1.
You're number 1.
Little twinks. Number 1.
And my mother my mother and Naku will do a little traditional Thai dance, hopefully.
Yeah, very good.
So my mother and Naku will do a little dance, but this year was Italy, and I was like, right, this is in my mind, I'm like, good Lord, I'm the loveliest boy that ever drew breath in Ireland.
Because you had her in London initially. You sort of did a London trip on the way to Italy.
Yeah, well, so that's it. So she flew in. So first off, when I told her at Christmas, sure, listen, I'm the belle of the ball. I'm the king of France. I'm getting carried around on people's shoulders around the village.
because the question I always think with like trips as presents
Yes.
is like, how do you give as gift? Especially nowadays, so few things are like paper tickets
Right.
or anything like that.
Yes.
Like I got my brother tickets to see Chris Kent for Christmas, and I had to like basically screenshot the QR code on my phone and then print that and be like, there you go.
Yes.
This bit of paper will not work to get you into the show.
That's right.
But I'll email you the ticket.
Yeah.
Type thing. So it's just like tricky. So what was it, just an announcement?
No, I printed out stuff and put them in an envelope. So I printed out tickets to the opera.
Stunning.
And put it in an envelope because I was like, if I'm going to be doing the thing, I'm going to do it right. There'll be a big presentation, a big show, a big Mike is a beautiful, great man ceremony. So I give her that, and my mother.
Nothing says ceremony like an envelope.
Yeah,
hastily packed on Christmas Eve.
just a stuffed, crumpled old envelope. Open that, and then give me my due, woman. Then tell you love me the most. So then, anyway, so I give her that. She comes up. Sure, bit of course is, bowled over by
the kindness,
the
bravery.
Yeah,
the thoughtfulness.
The thoughtfulness. I mean, the more you talk about your own kindness and thoughtfulness, the more it takes away from it. But
I'll say it. It was a beautiful gesture.
Yes, it was a lovely gesture and something I planned to do for a long time. So I was buzzing, and my mother deserves it. She deserves it so much.
She works hard.
Oh my God, she worked like
a thankless job.
Dog. In the hospital, 12 hours. She came home. She was cleaning out calf houses. She was cooking her dinner. She was bringing us to music lessons, football, going to her parent-teacher meetings, dealing with me getting suspended a lot, and my little brother John constantly in trouble in school. Then she's like a manager, big job, like third biggest job in the hospital. She's then doing that. She's then coming home, dealing with my father. Why weren't you here earlier? You know, she has to do everything. And then amazingly, she came through all this with this beautiful, positive outlook on life. Like I'm convinced she's like almost an enlightened person. We were sitting in Hampstead Heath because we went. So I brought her to the Gateway for this roast on the Sunday. Remember I asked
the Gatehouse. Yeah.
The Gatehouse.
We get a message from Mikey in the podcast group chat saying, my mum's in London, want to show her a good old time, you know, some
That's
wholesome
right.
activities, what's some nice stuff. I was like, get that woman to Hampstead Heath.
Immediately.
Immediately. It's beautiful.
Stat.
It's beautiful.
Stat.
And here are some nice pubs that do Sunday roasts.
That's right.
Take it.
That's right. We got her in an ambulance straight to Hampstead Heath. She needs a fucking 3-meat roast. Stat. Right? So
you're sat in Hampstead Heath, which is a beautiful.
Yeah.
It so doesn't feel like London.
It's
paradise.
It's fucking
Occasionally
crazy.
a Gallagher brother will walk past.
Absolutely.
Or Ricky Gervais. That's kind of sours the mood a little bit.
Ricky Gervais,
there's
Gallagher
nice
brother, come
boys
by, tell you
around.
to fuck off. Unbelievable.
Harry Styles is there looking a bit like a lady. It's good.
Stylesy's there in a dress, feeling his own nipples. There's a lot going on. It's fun. So we were there. It is pretty mind-blowingly beautiful, Hampstead Heath. Like, you're there and you're like, this is so close to me. Why am I not here all the time?
Oh, yeah.
Why am I not here?
Like 20, 30 minutes on a Lime bike and you'd be up there.
You're there.
Beautiful.
You're
But
in heaven,
it's
brother.
one of those places you can't leave a Lime bike. That's how you know you're in a nice area of London. When the Residents Association have said, no Lime bikes will be strewn around
There
here.
shan't be any
We
of
will
your-
have specific parking spaces for the Lime
That's
bikes,
right.
and you must leave them there.
Leave your peasant transportation away from the eyes of the aristocrats.
Yes.
Do not soil our beautiful vistas with these stinky Lime bikes. So anyway, me and my mother are there, and we were full of like roasts from the Gatehouse. I get a 3-meat roast. I got fucking pork, chicken, and beef
That's
into
a
one
good
roast.
spot, the Gatehouse. It's very, very good. So I give you 2 options for that. I think you picked the more extravagant option of the pub lunches, and they're good. See a Sunday pub lunch. Oh, it's just good shit.
Come on.
Like,
brother.
Really, really tremendous stuff because you don't have to make it.
You're alive.
Which is crazy, but because it's such home comfort eating, but you don't have to make it.
You don't have to go
And
next.
you don't
Now
have
you're
to
near it.
clean anything.
Restaurants are amazing. You just give them the money. I don't know if you've been to these places. You give them the money, you point out what they want. They just come out with the fucking
Unbelievable.
food.
It's unbelievable.
And it's hot.
Yeah.
Piping hot. I don't know how they do it.
It's like they've just cooked it.
Like they've just cooked it again and again and again. And I got the 3 meat.
Again and again and again.
Again and again and again. Genghis Khan attacked the Chinese government. And he raped and he pillaged again and again and again. Betsy Rice ate the duck roast.
Again and again and again.
She poured gravy on the potatoes again and again and again. She was relentless. She ate the duck. And later that night, I was going to go into a poop joke, but I said, I'm not going to soil my mother's name. Now,
you mustn't, especially after all the hard work you've gone to get her on side.
That's right. I'm not going to come here and just decimate all the goodwill I've built up. So anyway, we had this roast. By the way, the waitress there, she was as cheeky. She was trying to, because they put a service charge on the thing, so she was upselling. She's like, do you know what you guys need? She's like, Aperol Spritz.
They are cheeky in there. The wait staff
so
are good crack. Were you in the little garden bit at the back?
Yes,
that's
brother.
Lush.
The Garden of Eden, brother. By God, I ate the apple. So we were there, and she's like, you guys need that Pro Spritz. And then she was just kind of like so confident with it. My mother was like, I think we do need an Aperol Spritz. So then like we get these Aperol Spritzes. Turns out they're both £300 each. And then like at the end, like we're stuffed. I've had a 3 meat roast, chicken, pork, beef, shoved it up my arse. Unbelievable. And then she goes, you guys, I can tell you, she's like, you guys need dessert. And we were like... And I was like, oh, jeez, I'm so stuffed. You'll have to roll me out here. Like, and she goes, literally, she's like, I have never not had dessert because I've been full. I think that's just like crazy. It's just like, it's a lovely day out. You're having dessert. Can I recommend dessert? And then she's just like, okay, tiramisu is unbelievable, but you also have to have like cheesecake and they actually get really good together. So and then my mother was like, yes, we will have. She had me hypnotized by this woman. She was just so confident. And then like, so we had the desserts. Obviously they were sick, but like we were, Jesus Christ, we were fucking twice the size.
I think this is a very like London service staff versus like rural Ireland service staff. Or like, you having dessert? And you go, no, and you go, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shite anyway, to be honest with you. To be honest, it's a fucking rip-off.
You don't need it.
You don't fucking need it.
You fat fuck.
You dirty idiot. Yeah, you've had enough, I'd say, by the looks of you. Go on. Get out. Now.
I don't want your money. Fuck off.
Yeah, the tiramisu is utter dog shit.
What's this? A tip? You think I need it? I'm not charity. Fuck you.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
I will keep it.
Yeah.
I will keep it.
No, I'll be keeping it. I'll donate it to the barman. The barman. So anyway, she fills it with dessert. Then we head down to Hampstead Heath, and we're sitting there. And my mother turns to me. We were kind of sitting on this bank, and there was like children and families frolicking in the sun. You know what I mean? It was like some sort of Norman Rockwell painting, like this idealized, just fucking white splendor everywhere you looked. Hitler would have loved it. Anyway, so we were looking out there, and then you'd see the odd, like, someone who seemed like Polish or something, and you'd say, get out of the picture, you. No Slavs in the picture. But anyway, so we were sitting there, and my mother turned to me as the most earnest thing, and she just said, Mike, she said, this earth we have is so beautiful. She said, so beautiful, this earth we have, isn't it? And Jesus, I thought, so earnest. And she's like, we need to take care of it, Mike. And I was like, fuck, I need to start using the recycling bins. You know what I mean? I need to start using the blue bin properly.
Your mum's in the pocket of Big Greta.
But she's in the pocket. Like, Greta's got in her head, just like the
propaganda.
The waitress at the gate, the gay house. My mother is very susceptible. So, but my mother has this thing, like this kind of like unbelievable gratitude for everything. And I'm not going to attribute it to Catholicism, because there's plenty of people who are like Catholics who don't have it. But like, even when we were in Italy, so we're in Florence, we're in Rome, like literally every single like tour we did or anything, my mother was just, she just couldn't, every street we walked down, she's like, isn't it so beautiful, Mike? And wouldn't you could stay here for a month, couldn't you? And just walk along the streets. And then like every bit like food we have, and she'd be like, it wasn't that just absolutely gorgeous, the food. And she's just brimming with this
Positivity.
appreciation, positivity, you know, and she was just like, the Italians, and they're known for their cooking. Like, I was like, I know, I've heard that. And, you know, but
that is the best bits of religion. That is the gratitude.
Unbelievable.
And maybe it is like this gratitude towards like a higher power causing all that, which is where like atheists would dispute that, but like that's good for you.
Yeah.
It's very good for you to be that grateful.
Oh, it's unbelievable. And she's like, it's hard to explain, but it is like, because she's not had the easiest life, you know, as to many people, most people, life is difficult, but to be where she is now and just have this amazing kind of emanating positivity and also kindness, like she's just constantly smiling, but not in a forced American way, like in a true, like appreciative way. When we were on holidays, like just every tour, she was just delighted, and because she loves art, so we were going around all these museums like the Uffizi in Florence, which is just fucking wall to wall, absolutely
bangers.
Sick paintings. Michelangelo, the fucking statue of David. We had this tour guide bringing us around. You have the little earpieces in your ear, and they're telling you about the stuff. And
You're secret agents?
Like secret agents. Everyone is literally like fucking Mr. Smith in The Matrix. So everyone's just like listening in. And so we were at the statue of David. And Michelangelo, I don't know if you knew this, is gay. Well, he was gay. He's dead now, but he's dead and gay now.
Most gay people are dead.
They are, yeah. 99% of gay people are dead. And that should be a fucking lesson to the rest of you. Look out, brother. All right? And the rest of them fucking...
Watch your backs.
And the rest of the gay people... Fronts. Yeah, and the fronts. And the rest of the gay people that are alive will die. So,
and that's the sad thing.
That's the real sad thing.
And that's what they don't tell you when people decide to be gay.
Yeah.
You will die.
You will die, brother. This is going to end with you being worm food, son. You know? So
is it worth it?
So think carefully.
Is it worth it?
Before you go down that path. Because when I was in Italy, I was like, maybe I won't be gay now. Because it seems to end badly for most of these guys. There's a gory end for most of these fellas.
So you were looking at Michelangelo's David,
but so then...
With all the knuckles look so good. Like, it's just unbelievable. And do you know how all those cons, like Da Vinci was pure slicing their bodies up to see what they look like on the inside, which is how he got so good at carving stuff, because he was like, well, that's how it all works.
That's right. And do you know what? They're not mad on Da Vinci there. Like they're like when we were in Florence and Rome.
He's a Florence man, Da Vinci, isn't he?
I'm not sure if he's originally from there, but I think because
that's where he did his stuff.
Yeah,
largely.
But they didn't. Maybe? They didn't have so they have him in the Louvre, right? So they have the fucking Mona Lisa, which pretty overrated painting, I think. But anyway, it's kind of woman looking vague, and everyone's like, it's a masterpiece. Is it? Is it? Because I'm just saying it is because you've told me it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not good with visual art.
Right.
Like paintings and stuff. I just don't. I consider myself quite a cultured guy. Like I watch plays and I watch weird films.
You shed a tear
and
you're
all
moved.
That stuff. But paintings, I really struggle with. The odd one, and maybe it's just that I have a very specific taste in paintings. And I can't even remember one that has made me feel good. But very rarely does visual art make me go oh fuck, that was class.
I will say the statue of David, when you're there, the detail, just the way he's standing, they're explaining what's so special about it is every single, the way he's standing, stood, the biology of it is
every muscle is tensed exactly how it should be.
That's right.
Yeah,
everything, every little vein that would pop is perfectly popped out. Michelangelo was a fucking genius. Now, he was meant to be a mental cunt as well. Didn't like hanging out with people. He was obsessed. He would with sculpting, painting, and flutes.
Sounds like my type of guy.
And bums. And that's
a lot of the greatest men in history just seem to be gay autistics.
100%, brother. And my mother is because my mother loves a gay. Her brother is gay, her son is gay, and she talks to both of them almost every day. No interest in hearing my straight or possibly bisexual thoughts. We're on the fence on that, but that's what I'm going to give her as a present next year. I'm just
on the fence with one of the fence posts right up his chuff.
I'm just sitting on it being like, I'm bloody chuffed, brother.
I'm not sure what way I'm leaning here.
There's something about the word chuff.
Chuff is fun.
Nor like
it's very English to say chuff.
All right, because I was thinking in my head, I was like, geez, the lads up north have great words, because like foof for vagina is sick, and then I was like chuff for...
Doot's the big one for vagina in the north.
Doot's a lovely little one.
Chuff, maybe chuff is... Maybe it's like a prop, but it feels English. Up the chuff.
Up the bloody chuff, mate. Shove it straight up your chuff. Now, so anyway, but I was saying, so the Michelangelo thing, right, he's gay, he's mental, and he's just working away on his own. He doesn't like other people coming around. There's another like very famous painter, they say the greatest painter of all time, called Raffaello, or just Raphael to people... the people who are fans of it.
And he's the one that people are pre-Raphaelite.
Yes. And so the people who are fans of the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles will know all these ones: Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Donatello. Yeah. There was no sign of Donatello now, but maybe they've gone off him. But so anyway, we were at this statue of David, loving it, looking. Then you go around, and you don't see this in all the pictures. You go around to the back of the statue of David. Got one of the biggest hoops you've ever seen.
Strong bum. They've got small decks, but strong bums.
Oh, mother of God. He's literally like a Kardashian. And you're just thinking, if this isn't just fucking sheer horniness out of Michelangelo.
It's gotta be, because there's no way any of these cunts were in that good nick.
They're not squatting.
Yeah,
do you know what
they
I mean?
don't have like gyms, but maybe the gymnasium is like an old...
Right. But also then...
That's Greek, maybe.
It's something like that. But then you think, I know they were fucking...
But there's like, it's so hard, like to be that size, like to look like Michelangelo's David, you have to be on steroids.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Such a crazy amount of protein every day, and in the gym, like, you know what I mean?
Well, what he is kind of just perfect, gorgeous. So he's not like arnied up, like he's not like...
Yes, it's not swollen,
no.
Not balloons everywhere. It's like...
It's just perfect. Like, because actually like Arnie or these guys, like they just kind of make...
They have problems.
They make monstrosities of themselves.
Yeah,
they make like these kind of weird...
They look like golems.
They look like, golems, like creatures, orcs. They become these kind of like... it's kind of like mental illness in a...
It's against God.
It is completely godless what they do to themselves. But so, Dave, you go back and you think Michelangelo must have just been hammering away, because he spent 2 years doing it. I'm like, I bet he spent literally 18 months on the arse, this pervert. Because it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, you look at that arse and you think, man, woman, fucking, if a dog had this arse, you'd ride it. It doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? And that is something with the whole sexuality spectrum. It's like, it doesn't matter. If you met a fucking 90-year-old woman and she had an arse like that, you'd fucking crawl over glass to kiss it. Do you know what I mean?
No.
No! What? You know?
We have very different...
But you wouldn't like a big, juicy,
very
gorgeous bottom.
Conceptions of libido and sex, I think.
But what about a big, juicy bum?
I like a nice bum, but I don't know if it was attached to a dog, if I would...
Would you not? What the hell is wrong with you? Are you flesh and blood at all? You wouldn't ride a dog with a big, juicy statue of David arse on it. A big marble arse. That wouldn't get you going. An old schnauzer with a big marble arse. You wouldn't marry it. No. Come on, get real. Pull the other one.
Kim Kardashian. There we go.
Oh, brother. So anyway, we were there with Michael. And do you know what? There's another. Because then when we were in the Sistine Chapel, right?
How about the other 15?
Brother.
So bad.
Yeah, awful. Terrible. But so we were in the Sistine Chapel.
Yeah.
And myself and the mother. So when we went to Rome,
Did you take a cheeky picture? You say you're not supposed to take a picture of the ceiling?
No, we didn't, because
you can do a little...
No fucking way, brother. We had a little thing called respect, a little thing called class. So we were there, and also there's all these guys. It's very weird when you're in the Sistine Chapel itself. First thing, everywhere else in the Vatican, you can take pictures. So you can take pictures of fucking Raphael's stuff. You can whoever the fuck else are the cunts painting stuff. So everyone else take pictures, no bother, take videos if you want, kick the paintings, we don't care. But when you get into the Sistine Chapel part, it's fucking shut down.
Serious.
There's these like really good looking Italian men who are like, I believe, instructed to be frowning at all time, who are going around in these fucking suits.
Yes, they don't look happy.
They are not happy, brother, and they have their eyes on you. So they're around, and if you even start talking, they're like, shh, shut the fuck
No
up.
talking, you'll disturb the painting.
You'll fucking, don't you even dare disturb one of those fuckers on the roof. And then you're like, they're not, it's just a painting, they're not even alive. They're like, what did you say? You're like, nothing, I didn't say nothing. So they're going around, I had the hat on going in, my beautiful new Italia hat, and they were just, a guy just looked at me, goes, and then I was like, what? And then he just goes, like the hat, he goes, like that, just with his hand, little Italian disgust gesture, like, take off, you fucking worm. And I was like, oh.
But that's because some
You know what I mean?
places of worship, you have to wear a hat, and some places you're not allowed to wear a hat. It's difficult.
It's
You know what I
hard.
mean?
It's kind of the goalposts are shifting all the
Yeah,
time. Do you know what I mean? So
you got the hat off.
So we're in there, right? And so
Well, that's so Vatican, that's so Rome to just be like, well,
Yeah.
obviously,
right.
you must stop.
Yeah. He's
Take
like,
the hat off.
Take the hat off. What do you think you're doing? You think we were born in a barn? Hat off. Look at where you are. This is
Sorry,
the
I didn't
chapel.
grow up every day being told what to do in the Sistine Chapel. You
Absolutely
free.
not. But these brothers, like, they're like, I don't know. They're getting like their orders straight from Christ or something. I don't know what's going on, but they have this authority when they're in that Sistine Chapel, and they look so good. They have these fresh haircuts. They're all fucking gorgeous.
They all look like Tony Soprano's like nephews. Like, what's that
Yeah.
really strong one called? Who, spoilers, gets shot.
Jackie Aprile.
Yeah, no, maybe.
You think about
Who
Jackie
went-
Aprile?
Yeah.
Right, so he's Jackie Jr. So that
Jackie
was Tony's
Jr.
best friend's son.
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
shagging
yeah.
Meadow at one point.
He was indeed.
Which, respect, brother. Respect to that, because you'd love to take a little
They
stroll in the
podcast.
meadow.
I've told you that they've liked clips of our podcast.
You have not.
Meadow and AJ do a podcast together.
I knew they did a pod.
And it's probably not them, it's some editor or something has like liked clips of our podcast.
So decent. But you're like, to them, like, you're like, yeah, he's like a brother. He's
Yeah,
Italian.
God, I love that. If there was ever a podcast,
Oh.
imagine meeting Meadow Soprano in real life. I mean, she's 40 now, but
wouldn't-
she's still stunning.
Lad, she could be fucking on a little Zimmer frame with fucking gone blind, and I tell you one thing, I'd be fucking whining and dining her, treating her like a princess that she is.
She didn't do much after Sopranos.
She didn't need to. The work was done.
Well, I mean, clearly she does, given that she has a podcast now.
She needs the money.
And
She
your
does.
woman,
People
your
do.
woman Adriana is on OnlyFans.
Yeah, Adriana's an OnlyFans. Things have not ended well for the cast of The Sopranos.
In a weird way, Gandolfini had the best end to his story.
100%, lad.
Just dying of fatness.
big fucking bowl of meatballs, heart attack, off to heaven.
His last meal is like mad, isn't it, Gandolfini?
Really?
It's like they have it because he died like just after going to a restaurant or something, and it's like crazy. It's like a Big John bash.
I mean, what I do kind of respect a little bit about some guys like that who are just fucking out the gate fat fuckers. And still, you gotta give it to Jimmy Gandolfini, still remaining like a fucking kind of primitively sexy fucker.
Yeah.
But you see some of these, and I've eaten with some people that are big like that, and they just they're ordering half the fucking menu. They just don't care. The amount of money they're spending sitting down, they're like, yeah, we're having these 3 appetizers, these 2 main courses, I'll have a bit of that, all these desserts, fucking milkshake, and you're just like, this cunt is just on the highway
Roman Emperor, like.
to fucking killing himself.
Yeah.
And he knows it. He's a smart person, but he just, fuck it.
That's living, like.
That's it.
You gotta just fucking get the milkshake sometimes.
Foot to the
And
floor.
then have the absolute shits.
Lad, yeah, I love a milkshake. But so we're in there, these boys, these fucking hot secret agent Italian lads are going around shushing everyone to get me to take the hat off. And I was like, God, that has to be a fun job.
Yes, just.
Just
Hey!
Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
What the fuck? Jesus is here. Fucking hey.
we're worshiping here. What's your problem? Right? So those guys are doing that. So they take the hat off.
Here.
And I look up at this fucking Michelangelo Sistine Chapel. Obviously, you're like, this fucking gun. He didn't even like painting. Did you know that?
What?
This fucker, he liked to sculpt. He liked making big, juicy arses out of marble. He didn't want to be fucking lying on his back painting the ceiling for 4 fucking years.
Yeah, that's
Mother
mad.
of Jesus,
Yeah.
right? Paint dripping in his eyes. This cunt going fucking blind as a bat. And it's immaculate. You're like, when you look at it, you're like, how has a human being done this? And one guy, the level of detail, all the fucking paintings going, like, connecting into each other, the framing of everything, they're all like fucking these creative metaphors for shit that we don't even know what they're saying, but you know, it's all like kind of abstract, and then it comes into realism, and you're like, one guy?
Also, just like the fact that he like mapped all of that out, all these different like vignettes, sort of like leading into each other, and like all fitting perfectly in this like arched ceiling of this chapel. And I try to write happy birthday on a card and always run out of space for the DAY at the end, like every single time. I'm like, big B, fuck,
Yeah.
oh my god. But he's just got like, with no, like, how do you even
Lad,
start? How do you start?
I don't even know how you start. And then at the time, because see, he was like the most famous artist at the time, but he was a sculpting was his main thing. Hates painting, has no interest in it, yet he's like one of the greatest painters to ever live. It's just, do you know when these people are born and it's just like they've been given 20 different famous people's worth of talent in one person? Just fucking nuts, right?
Yeah.
So painted all this, but then I look in detail at one, like just little transition, and there's 2 little angels, right? Little kind of angel boys, which are all over these churches as
A
well.
lot of naked baby boys.
There's so many naked baby boys. To a degree, when you're looking at it and knowing what we know now, you're like,
That's not good.
You're looking at it and you're like, good Lord, this is fucking not even a shade creepy. This is fucking...
Cat's out of the bag. You're sort of telling on yourselves there, fellas.
The cat's out of the bag. You're like, stop painting these little naked baby boys. Anyway, I was looking up at one of the transitions, and there's an angel, little baby boy angel, just grabbing the flute of another angel. When I say flute, this fucking other angel was not a musician. His cock. Just, I swear to God, one of them's just grabbing his cock. And then there's another little transition. I'm not making this up. And it's just a little angel with his hand shoved up another little baby angel. I was like, how did this get past the edit?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. And then you've all these like fucking good-looking secret agents getting us all to be quiet. And I'm like, what about this?
The babies are shagging.
The babies are fucking pulling at each other. This is...
The babies are wanking each other off.
It's fucking crazy.
Baby wanking happening over there.
Surely stop them doing that.
Yeah.
You're worried about me with a hat. There's babies fucking pulling themselves asunder up here. It is mad. Like, you look at some of the shit and you're like, this is fucking crazy. And then, right, there's this big fucking fresco in the middle called The Last Judgment, which he painted 30 years later in the city. This cunt Michelangelo lived till like 89, 90.
At that time, that's crazy. Yeah.
Which is absolutely wild. So he makes this painting, The Last Judgment, which is another, fucking masterpiece, and there's a million things going on. It's this massive big painting in there. And then they were telling us that, like, so Michelangelo, when he was painting this, like, if anyone says anything bad about him, like, hey, why are the babies fisting each other or something? You know what I mean? Anyone who says anything like that, he's like, oh, what do you say? And they're like, why are the babies fisting each other? He's like, okay, you want to criticize me? And he goes in, so they go off, and he goes, and he includes them in the painting. But what he does is...
Who's going to be fisted by a baby next? You piece of shit.
100%. He paints in anyone who criticizes him into the painting, and then he'll like put devil horns on them and have like a snake eating their cock.
He was the Mike Rice of his time, just calling people pedos who begrudge him.
100%. Anyone who's against you has romantic feelings for children. That's That's as far as I can see
That's
what's going
Mike Rice
on.
101.
Mike Rice 101.
Everybody called Michael in history has been on the same
path.
Yeah.
We're all in one big WhatsApp group. But so he had like, there's a guy who's
Fassbender, Jackson, Angelo.
That's right. Tyson, Jordan, game 6. Do. You're all pedos. Do. Pedos in Paris. Nice. All right.
Hallelujah. Did you see he changed the words?
Yeah. No way.
To hallelujah.
What?
N-word, hallelujah.
Did he actually?
And he's doing a song with P. Diddy's son.
He is.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, he is the most absolutely bonkers man to ever live. He is a one-man traveling circus. It is crazy.
Hallelujah.
But he it is kind of, because the tune is so fun that it's like, yeah, we could just take Hitler out.
Doesn't roll off the tongue as well as Heil Hitler, I'll say that much.
No, it's definitely not as fun.
No, it doesn't have the punch.
Does not have the punch.
Hallelujah.
But yeah, so Michelangelo would paint, like there's one picture like kind of heavily of some lad who used to criticize him, and like he painted him just with this stupid big red head, and like then there's like a little tail coming out, kind of humiliating because it's going to be here forever, and then there's just a serpent snake eating his dick. He's painted this.
So childish.
He's like, you want to criticize me? Is that good? Okay. Well, there will be a snake eating your cock in here forever. And that's what he painted.
For hundreds and hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years. People will come from around the world to see
and
us.
not be allowed to talk while they look at it.
And I have to stare in silence at a cobra eating
That's probably
your
why
cock.
you're not allowed to make noise in the Sistine Chapel, is for the first few years, all the lads who, they obviously got an invite being like, you're being featured on the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. I didn't think Michelangelo liked me at all. Well, this is pretty cool. We'll bring the wife, we'll get it. You know, we'll get dressed up, we'll go down to the grand opening of the Sistine Chapel. I wonder what he's gonna, what do you think? I'm gonna be like an angel or like a saint? Or I'm gonna be, fighting with St. Michael against Lucifer, maybe. Something exciting like that. And you walk up and you go, oh, please.
What in the...
I'm a pedo with a snake eating my cock.
Snake eating my cock. A devil horns.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
The wife going, why'd you bring us? Why'd you bring us to this?
Wife crying.
And then he goes, why is this like this? And they go, shh, no talking.
No talking.
No talking in the Sistine Chapel. Not allowed to.
Take that stupid fucking hat off, you pedo.
Shut up.
Oh, and get this as well. So I was there with the mother. Got recognised at the Sistine Chapel.
That's gotta feel good.
So nice.
That's gotta feel so good.
Felt so good.
What is a better place to get recognised than the goddamn... That's a crazy moment for your mum to have your son be recognised for podcasting at the Sistine Chapel.
It felt so good in my balls and asshole.
Stunning and brave.
It was unbelievable. Because my mother said it to me. She's like, there was someone beside us. She said, what, looking at the pictures, and they saw you, and then they started smiling and talking to their friends. And then I was like, oh yeah, I don't know. From my dad, that was strange. And then outside, we just came out of the Sistine Chapel, and this little Irish lady, but in her 20s, but tattoos and she looked a lesbian. If you're not a lesbian, or in fact, if you're a they, them, apologies. But
maybe service staff at a burrito shop type vibes.
But it was literally 100% burrito worker. She came over.
One of the bourgeois women.
One of the little bourgeois angels. She's a lovely person. Just comes over and she's like, oh, so sorry, Mike. And I was like, yeah. So my mother's there, and I was like, this couldn't have worked out more perfectly. This couldn't be more fantastic. This is so much better than the Sistine Chapel, is her recognising me. That's the real masterpiece in Rome right now. So she comes over to me, she's like, oh, Mike, sorry, I don't mean to disturb you. And I was like, oh, doth not be disturbing me. Please speak, child. Speak your piece. And she's like, it's like I had paid someone to do it, I swear to God. And she just came over, she's like, Mike, such a big fan. I thought it was you. I saw you there in the thing. She's like, oh, it would be okay if we take a picture. Would it be all right? Picture, please. And I was like, I think I can grant you doth. That shall be okay, I feel. And then my mother was like, would you like me to take the picture? She's like, oh, that would be so sweet. And I was like, this is my mother. And she's like, oh, you're a legend to my mother. And my mother was like, thank you. Oh, yes. I am a legend. And my mother then, like, I got pictures with these people. And then they're like, oh, sound, and they went off, and I was like, this is the best thing that ever happened to me in the
must have been on
world.
cloud nine.
And my mother was like, isn't that great? In the Sistine Chapel, they know my...
God-fearing people know my
right.
boy, my beautiful boy.
And then she was on the phone to my father, and I overheard her. She's like, and we're at the Sistine Chapel, and they knew at the Sistine Chapel.
The Pope recognised Mike. The Pope asked for a picture of Mike. I know he's American, but they must like podcasts in America.
And sure, Mike can't go anywhere. They were looking for pictures at the Sistine Chapel with Mike. Just happened to be Irish people there. Well, my mother was absolutely
Irish
fucking
people at the
buzzing.
Sistine Chapel. God, what next?
Yeah, what next? Irish Catholics at the Sistine Chapel. I've heard it all now. I've heard it all now, brother. So these, but I actually had an experience, a funny one with someone after, like, I did a gig in Top Secret. I don't know, I think I was a bit like anxious at the time or something, but I was leaving Top Secret, and this guy came up to me and said, you Mike Rice? I was like, yes, I am, yeah. And then he just said, oh mate, he's like, yeah, he's like, love the podcast, it's great and everything, yeah. And he's just like, when are you next doing like a show in London? And then I was like, oh well, I've a big show at the Shepherd's Bush Empire on the December like 1st, or you should come to ours November 30th, I think. And yeah man, you should come to that. And he's just like, well, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, but that's way away, yeah. So but yeah, maybe I'll go down. And I was like, and I goes, yeah, but you should buy the tickets now though, because like that'll put like less stress on me being worried about like the tickets being bought and stuff. So if you actually buy tickets now, that's better for me. And then he's like, yeah, all right, yeah. And I just kind of looked at him, and he like, anyways, nice to meet you. I was like, almost like I was in this state of anxiety. I was like, kind of like, yeah, buy it now.
But he's the exact cunt that a week before will message you and go, man, I didn't think it would be sold out.
Yeah.
Fuck, any chance there's any being released on the day?
Yeah.
Exactly that type of cunt. Just by like, you can't explain to people how stressful it is if you are, because I think you slightly more than me, because I have so many tisms in my audience, that they buy early. They buy early, they buy often.
That's right.
But that's the beauty of the tism audience. They'll buy and then they'll come see the show 4 times.
Fucking sick. When they become familiar with it, it's even better for them. It's more comforting now. They know
it's
what's
like
coming.
Friends.
Yeah, they don't have to be frightened anymore. That's so decent. That's so lucrative.
Oh, the tism community?
Yeah.
You
can rinse these fuckers.
Yeah,
they'll come again.
To solely like Comic-Con.
Because they'd love that. Like, because like I was saying to Vito earlier, it's like every story I have, I do on the pod. So there'll be some versions of them in the show. And I was like, oh, sure, people have seen some versions of this already. And I was like, but the tism community'd be fucking buzzing with that.
Yeah.
They want stuff they've seen already.
Again,
they don't want
please.
new things.
Run it back.
Run it fucking back, brother.
Translations again.
Just do it again. Your sales double. People are just fucking buzzing.
You do an entire Edinburgh run to the same crowd every day.
Yeah.
That's my dream. The same 100 people every day of the Edinburgh Fringe.
Just
Doing
again.
the same show.
Again and again and again.
That's class. Yeah, it's just so, like, if you have a last minute Larry ticket buying audience, I just think, just fucking get ahead of it.
Get it now, brothers.
It's boys. Girls buy things in advance. Girls are good.
They're good girls.
Boys are like week of being like, fuck, no tickets left.
They are
Just
fucking
get it,
good
but
girls.
you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Next payday, which is like this week, just fucking get
Just
everything
fucking
booked.
get it in, brother.
Get everything booked.
Speaking of fucking ladies, did you watch any of Glastonbury? Did you watch any sets?
I was dipping in and out. I was watching clips here and there. I was trying to keep abreast of things.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the first year I've really like engaged with the watching it online stuff.
Decent.
I think I would find it very stressful to be there.
To be there.
Life. But maybe there's a way to do it. Like, I think it's a big enough place that you can kind of have any experience of Glastonbury that you kind of want.
But what if you could like maybe park your little kind of your little car train down the back and watch from the safety of your train?
If they build me a railway track and I can have a little choo-choo train that takes me from stage to stage.
Beep, beep, boop, boop.
Next up, kneecap.
That would be a little choo-choo train just going around.
Make it happen. You've got a year. You've got a year off, you lazy Glastonbury
That would be
pigs.
so sick.
Build me a railroad.
Build the little Vito railroad.
I demand it.
Yeah.
I will be there in 2027, but only if I have a train.
Full of lava lamps in the back. Beep, boop, boop, boop. So I watched it on the thing. I have this craving at the minute for like a live gig, and I'm missing Fontaine's and Kneecap, and it's breaking my fucking heart in two. And I just want.
I'm going to that. That'll be exciting.
That's going to be so sick.
Everyone in the fucking...
everyone and their mother's going to be there,
Yeah.
except fucking me, who's at a wedding in Vienna. I have a close friend, and that will be fun as well, and I love him, so I'm going to his wedding. But by God, it kills me right down to the fucking last hair on my balls that I am not going to see Fontaine's and Kneecap in 2025 in Finsbury Park, my fucking home.
I'm interested to see how they work it out, because obviously Kneecap have a tune that has Graham chatting on it, and I don't know.
Sick little
It's just a
ditty.
weird dynamic that Kneecap are the support act.
Yeah, because they're the fucking flavour of the month, brother.
For sure.
Oh.
Although I believe the charges have been dropped, but they're being investigated again. Again and again and again.
Again and again and again.
The-
Macara came to the courthouse and they probed him again and again and again.
So I think those charges of the courthouse thing, the protest, which we haven't spoken about on the podcast, we went to the
we
protest.
were fucking down at the courthouse.
We got them off.
Because we're
We sucked them off.
Because we're fucking Republicans. Because we are we? Yes, we are. Don't hesitate. Hesitation is weak.
Yes, but that's not...
We're taking back the 6 counties, whether you like it or not. We were at the courthouse.
I will say
we
that's
will be
not
the
what the
Pearson
protest-
McDonough of our time.
I will say that that's not what that specific protest was
Was it not?
about, really.
Is that not what it was? Shit. Anyway, I was there, but I had the wrong ideas in my head.
It was just that it's absolutely insane to charge him with terrorism.
You got to leave Macara alone. He's a fun little man trying to just do booze and do drugs and rap. Let him do that.
He also, like, I mean, I don't know if I've said this on our pod before. I think all that shit of like kill your look, there's a discussion to be had around people, but everybody is always like, oh, but of course, like, I don't think he should be charged for terrorism for like waving the flag or whatever, but they shouldn't have said kill your local MP, especially because of Joe Cox and this, that and the other, and the
Right.
MPs that have actually been killed. I think kill your local MP is an interesting satirical statement to make as a satirical performance art group, because we're sick of being told to write to our local MPs, because that does fuck all. So they're exploding that beyond that, like the
Yes.
realms of sense. It's
Satire.
absurd, it's surreal, it's satire.
Fun.
They're playing characters on
Punk
stage.
rock.
It's the whole thing.
There you go.
You can get away with a lot of shit by being like, I'm playing a character, or like Alex Jones tried to do that. He was like, I'm playing a character. It's a comedy character. The problem, this is the problem with satire and comedy and art, is you can always use it as an excuse, and that's dangerous. Because everybody's bringing up this woman, Lucy Connolly. Do you know this lady?
No.
She was the wife of some like Tory MP, I think. And during the Southport riots, after those girls were killed by that fucking Welsh guy. And people will be annoyed at me for calling him a Welsh guy. That horrific cunt.
Yeah.
Who killed the girls. She tweeted something like, set fire to the hotels, fuck him. Like something along those lines. And she's in prison for tweeting that, because people did set fire to the hotels. And that is like incitement to violence. I think if you're the spouse of a political figure and you are like a political figure in and of yourself, sort of by extension of that, you have your own political causes that you promote and advocate for. I think, yeah, your tweets are taken at face value, as they should be.
Right.
Whereas, and people will go, well, then you got to say the same for Kneecap, saying kill your local MP. That's incitement to violence. And I'm like, but on stage at a gig,
It's a performance.
it's a very different fucking
Come on.
thing. It's a very different thing.
It's good fun.
There has to be that Stuart Lee thing of like, the stage is a set of...
It's horseplay.
It's a set of quotation marks.
It's fucking the
have
Art
to
Bar in
exist around
Thailand.
that. It's just not...
It's legendary horseplay. It's
a
legendary
different thing.
horseplay.
And look, maybe, I don't know, she got 21 months in prison for tweeting to set fire to a hotel.
Right.
That's a lot. Like, that's harsh, and I think she probably is being like made an
female
example of.
prison. You're fucking in. It's warm. You're getting 3 meals a day, scissoring. Fucking how bad, brother?
Yeah, but going from being the wife of Vittorio MP in like some kind of, you know, lovely farmhouse or
But imagine
wherever
that.
they
You're
live.
with this loveless Tory.
It would be so sick if she came out as the biggest lesbian.
Of course.
And she'd been absolutely radicalized in prison.
She's going to be coming out fucking munching rugs like a fucking Rottweiler.
Just full Orange is the New Black. Tattoos.
Lad. She's going to
Working
be
at Boozum.
coming out. She's going to go straight working as a mechanic. Fucking just nibbling at
so
women's
good.
bits
She
like
got
a
absolutely
fucking
radicalized in prison.
little hungry fucking German shepherd. But imagine you're going out with a loveless Tory politician. These are some of the most evil people on earth. Surely feeling emotionally neglected, you know, kind of desperate in despair. Then you get put into this fucking little house with all the sisters, fucking playing basketball, you know, getting your ass eaten by...
She's going to be asking for more
murderer.
than 21 months. She's
What?
like, keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling, brother.
I'll tell you when I want to come out of here.
I'm in
Once I've
fucking-
got done with all these hoes.
That's right. I'm in paradise here with the sisters, you know? So, like, Lucy Connolly, like, that's fucking...
Is that even her name? Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? But so...
There's no way to tell. There's no way to find this information out.
No, none at all. So
that's why we were at this kneecap protest.
Yes.
Is that...
that's why it wasn't about the 6 counties, I'm being told now, so I was misled. But
we were there with all the lads.
I thought we were uniting Ireland, but apparently I just got the wrong end of the shtick. But at the same time, we were there and we're activists.
We are activists, absolutely. It was us, Fern Brady, John Maher, Ivo Graham, all the lads.
My mother got very...
2 of us have done Taskmaster. We won't tell you which 2.
That's up to you to fucking guess. But so my mother got very, very anxious.
This is so funny.
Yeah.
This is so... Can you get the texts?
I'm not going to do the text on. I'm not going to do the text on here because I don't want to do my mama dirty in the streets.
We're in the good books. We're in the good books of
that's
Betsy
right.
Rice, and we don't want to get into the bad books of Betsy Rice.
Shia LaBeouf.
But it was just the most stressed.
My mother was so stressed with me being at the kneecap courthouse. She genuinely thought that was me joining the RA. She thought I was joining the IRA. And she just was like, because my mother is like, I can't stress you. She's just a beautiful angel. But she's worried about her
She's
sons.
just a nervous Nelly, and that's what mums are for.
Of course.
Mums are supposed to be worried about us.
So she was like, you need to get out of there now, Mike. You're making a good living in the UK. It's like, remember what they did to Sinead O'Connor?
Which is so funny.
I was like, what did they do to Sinead O'Connor? No, I don't remember
Became
that.
a millionaire Muslim. What?
That's right.
Is that what's going to happen to Mike?
I'm going to become a Muslim millionaire. I'll take that. Fucking, inshallah, brother. But so my mother was like, she genuinely...
But she also said that it was like she understood that why I would be there.
She did. She was like, I understand why Vittorio would be there. He's a thug from the north. And this is his culture.
She did say like growing up in the north, she understands why Vittorio would be there. It's just funny.
She was basically like, what the fuck are you doing?
And it's so funny just juxtaposed with like how absolutely chill the whole thing was.
Right.
There was just no wazzes like.
Nah. It was good vibes down there. Like fucking a great little buzz, bit of chanting going on. The sound system they had there left a lot to be desired.
Good God.
There's people making speeches. We can't hear you
At all.
No, and then it's like this is just reinforcing these ideas of like the paddy factor of Irish people being fucking can't
It's
do
also
it
just
right.
the left generally. I think everybody at protest should be like in a suit. Now we were in retro Ireland jerseys, which you still have to return.
Oh, you're one.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of felt like more of a gift. I thought that was more, hey, this is for you.
One of my favourite shirts.
But I thought it was like, I've got this new one. You've got that new lovely white one. And it was kind of
I
like...
need a home kit.
And it was kind of like...
I need a home kit.
I now bestow
I
this...
need a home kit.
I now bestow this onto you.
I need a home kit.
My friend, Mike. No?
No.
Okay, so now we're just
I
clearing
know
that
you
up.
have sweat clean through it. Because it happened within 5 minutes of me giving it to you. It was unbelievable how quickly it had pit stains.
Lad, I'm
You're the sweatiest bitch.
I'm so sweaty. It's like right now I'm sure you're hot. I am melting.
I feel like I'm a sweaty man, but I never get sweat stains. I think I sweat in places where it doesn't stain, or I don't have a very stainy sweat.
I'm just such an unseemly kind of big fucking sweaty, dirty idiot. It's unbelievable.
This is certainly one of our shinier episodes, I would imagine.
This is gonna be. I think this is gonna be one of our, like, to look at, horniest and also most kind of disgust evoking episodes, like when people look at us. But speaking of that, did you watch Charlie XCX in Glastonbury?
I didn't watch Charlie X. I saw her licking the floor at one point. I saw a clip of her licking the floor.
I gotta say, it's funny because in some ways you're watching it. I watched it on the BBC thing, and she was getting, like, there was a lot of old toffs like really annoyed at Charlie.
There was a lot of old toffs really annoyed at everything that was happening at Glastonbury.
It's like, surely just watch fucking...
Get Country Life or Country File or whatever. Go watch Antiques Roadshow, you fucking losers.
Why on God's green earth are you putting on The Prodigy? Or, do you know what I mean? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just fucking watch
crazy.
Midsummer Murders.
Whatever happened to when Glastonbury was about good fun and peace and love? It's a good Christian What?
What the fuck are you talking about,
It's always
brother?
about mad cunts being mad cunts. Have you seen the interview with your man Evis before the first Glastonbury? When he was like, I've got an overdraft. I thought it was a fun way to clear it. Which is such a sick reason to start the biggest music festival maybe in the world.
They're fucking...
I feel like just seemed like a fun way to make a bit of money.
Fucking legend. They're legends keeping kneecap on. Like, they're just...
They were weird about Bob Villain, but I think they kind of had to be.
About who?
Bob Villain?
Is that the guy who was like death to the IVF?
Yeah, death to the IVF, says you.
Or to the IVF? No, live to the IVF, if possible. Or death to the IVF. That was a bit wild. When
It
he
is
said
a
that, I was
wild
like,
thing to say. His argument, which he said basically afterwards, was that, like, these people only respond to violent language because they're violent people.
right.
The other argument would be that, like, God, that's like incitement to violence. But then the argument would be like, silence is you're almost inciting violence. It's like there's people being shot every day throughout while Glastonbury was happening. People being shot at aid centres.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is newspapers and press people have interviewed like Israeli soldiers, and the Israeli soldiers have been like, oh yeah, we just get told to like shoot at them. Like, it doesn't matter, just shoot whenever. We don't
Yeah.
need permission to shoot at people queuing for bread.
Yeah, and so that is the thing of, like, when they're like death to IVF, and people are like, oh, this is, and it's like, wait, who do you know in the IDF? Where are the IDF in Britain? They're not. They're in fucking Israel and Gaza. Like,
and also, it's like, it's not like they're
fuck
saying
off.
death to Israel or death to Jews. It's like death to an army
Yes.
who are currently like in tanks with guns.
Right.
And like drones and fighter
Right.
jets and like...
and killing children.
It's like, oh, won't someone think of the poor defenseless army?
Right.
What?
The army who has fucking
what
killed
the fuck are you talking?
56,000 people.
80,000 people. It's like completely... Like, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, it's an army. You're like... People
Right.
were celebrating when that Ghost of Kiev guy, you know, the mad like fighter pilot in Ukraine, was like taking down all these like Russian jets and stuff.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
was like unbelievable. People were like, yeah, fucking right. And I'm like, yeah, it's just the Russian army. It's the Russian Air Force.
That's right.
You're basically wishing death upon them.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit crazy. It's probably not. But he's a punk. He's a punk. It's a punk band.
It is. I will say, to say that, to phrase it like that, death to the IDF, you know you're getting in a fucking cauldron of hot water. You have to know that.
For sure.
Like-
Sure. It's funny that the BBC like cut the broadcast for Kneecap, but had him immediately before saying that.
Yeah.
Like on the same stage. It
That's
was just
fucking
like,
wild.
all right. Like,
Yeah.
he's so completely fucked this because Kneecap wouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Kneecap are quite careful because they're currently in court.
Yeah.
And people are so angry. They're like, well, they said people to come to the court on the 20th of August and riot. And you watch the footage and it's Mowgli Bap being like, come down to the court. And Makara's like, and Mowgli Bap's like, start a riot. And Makara's like, please don't riot.
Easy,
I can't
Mowgli
be clear
Bap.
enough. Mowgli, I know you're not in court, but I am in court. Please
Yeah.
don't riot.
Old Mowgli Bap, the old Mowgli Bap's like an old wild bull or like a horse. You just have to give an old sugar cube. Like, to kind of calm him down. He's a fucking
ready to go, barrel-chested boy.
He's a barrel of fire and sexual energy, that fucker. But so, and speaking of that, so Charlie XCX, so like loads of people online were just like, it's a disgrace. She's mouthing the whole thing and she's not really singing everything, because she basically goes on, and this is what, and I love Charlie XCX. Like, I just think she's fucking class. I'm kind of in love with her. I find her so sexually intriguing, which I think everyone fancies her. Men, women, dogs, fucking, there's magpies that want to fucking shove their beak up Charlie XCX. She's just, there's an energy there. It's crazy. She's such a fucking star. And then her whole brand is built around kind of debauchery and drugs and being a party girl and fucking and sucking and shoving things and licking things and you know what I mean, getting her nipples sucked by a fucking wild squirrel. So she's up there, and basically she plays her songs and she's horny on stage. That's basically the performance, right? She plays the hits from Brat with great production, and she's just kind of dry humping the ground, and then she's fucking looking at the camera and but she's not singing a fucking note.
I do sort of think festival performances for the most part are about like the production and what's on the screens. I think that's where you like sort of live and die in a festival setting.
100%.
You know, just get it up, get good shit up on the screens, good lights, good dancing.
That's right.
And fucking...
So that's it. It's just Charlie...
Especially for that type of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like if C-Matt was mouthing along, you'd be like, oh.
You'd be like, C-Matt.
Yeah, or like Rod Stewart or whatever. You'd be like, oh, you're supposed to sing. You're a singer. Charlie XCX isn't like a singer.
Well, it's like, I'd say if she wanted to do that, but she can't.
That's not Brat.
But you can't ask her to fucking, you know, twerk into a fucking, you know, into the side of the stage till her arse is raw.
Yeah, one or the other.
And sing her songs as well. Also, the songs, a lot of them are auto-tuned and shit. Just let her go up there and be a fucking...
Just let her lick stuff.
Wild, mental, horny little sex pot and rustle around like a feral cat in a bin, and everyone was going mental. It looked class.
Yeah.
Everyone's having a great time. Do I want to see her try to sing badly these songs, or do I want to hear the songs in perfect fucking condition as they were released, and her fucking, you know, getting up on the sharp end of a fence and trying to ride it like a fucking bucking bronco? That's what you want to see.
Yeah, she's so funny. She's like tweeting, being like, seems like people were annoyed about the Glastonbury performance. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, funny. That's funny to say that.
I was fucking...
Can we rattle through like Glasto highlights of what you saw? C-Matt was unbelievable.
So I haven't seen C-Matt yet. But she seems...
I think it might have been the last song of her set. She goes, listen, I like this song more than you like this song, so I want to be in the crowd for it. So she makes them open up and she just fucking jumps in and is singing with everybody.
Go away.
She's like, I want to watch. She's so sick.
She's the people's princess, C-Matt.
I want to be a cowboy, baby. Yeah. And she's got the I'm getting really into this, you know, the dance. I did the butcher, I did the baker, I did the home and the family maker.
Is this C-Matt dance?
Schoolgirl fantasies. Yeah.
I haven't. See,
She's got a whole dance on the go.
I just downloaded her album.
I did leg things and hand stuff and single woman banter. Wow. Tell me what was in it for me.
I like
She's
that.
Class. She's so cool. Man. She's so her. I think that's what makes anybody cool.
Yes.
Is it like she's not doing this like... Even though last summer it was like Brat Summer and everybody was into the Charlie XCX thing, C-Matt was just like sliced through it all with like her own fucking...
Right.
It's like, I'm a fucking happy country singer, pop, like silly, like just, it's great.
I'm a good girl with a story to tell and a tune in my heart.
Class. Yeah, she's class. I thought she was brilliant.
Yeah.
Big fan. I saw Doechii. I saw bits of Doechii. Fuck, she's unbelievable.
What's Doechii at now?
Do you know Doechii?
I don't.
Doechii's a rapper.
Now, people are telling me about Doechii.
You know that my anxiety.
That's Doechii.
That's Doechii.
But she's just. Can I just say though?
She's nabbed Doechii's song for that one. Yeah.
And the anxiety song, and everyone's playing it fucking left, right, and centre because everyone loves it because we all have anxiety this generation. Nice, and I like the anxiety song and everything. But like, at what point is like, are you just trading off of an already smash hit melody?
Yeah,
and
well,
making
it's
another
like
hit with it. And I guess rappers do it a lot,
if she didn't also have a pile of other class songs,
Right.
She is like, and you can sort of tell where she like comes from. Like Kendrick Lamar's a big supporter of hers, and you can see that, like Kendrick, very artful, very thoughtful,
Right.
Lots of imagery, visceral
Yes.
stuff going on.
Yes.
Yeah, she was unbelievable. Who else did I watch? I thought Nile Rodgers and Chic were bad and boring.
Sure, Nile Rodgers is an old coffin dodger at this point, isn't
The
he?
script I was old. I look, it's nice to be like the freak, but it was just like very low energy, and maybe they were at a bad time in the day.
And there's just old people coming to that stage as well, and they're just like boiled shites in the sun.
Yeah,
Do you know, clinging to life. You can't expect the buzz to be
the
there.
return of Capaldi. Very
Louis!
emotional, very, very emotional. And
Yeah.
Peter Capaldi came on with the Fratellis.
You're joking me.
Peter Capaldi came
Malcolm Tucker from
to
In the
do
Thick of It.
Take Me Out. I say, don't you know, fuck off. You
Fuck
say,
off.
fuck off.
Fuck off, you pathetic little cunt, before I stamp
I
you
love
out
this
like
like
a worm.
I'd rather have type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
Class, that was exciting. It was very emotional to see Capaldi come back.
He's a good lad.
He's a good lad who deserves better.
He's a good,
I hope he's
lovely,
feeling okay.
fucking chubby
I want
angel.
him to have like a glow. I want him to get on a just get healthy.
You want to-
He's had 2 years off, and I just think,
Brother.
like, I just hope he's okay. 'Cause
Yeah.
it still seems tricky. Like, I don't know. He wasn't doing loads of talking.
No,
He still seemed
He
like,
kept
but
to
maybe
himself
that's because
up
it
there.
was so emotional.
that's right. He was keeping his cards close to his chest up there, and I think in his head, Louis was just like, right, no messing around up here now. Go out there, fucking get the songs done and get off. Because when he finished at the end, I was getting used to being someone you loved, which is just such a bang. To have a closer like that is so sick.
Yeah,
Everyone in the world knows it.
Yeah.
So you can go out on a fucking rocking high no matter what else happens. So he does that, but when he finished, there's like a little just shot of him walking backstage, and he just goes, he kind of little fist bump like that, just cause basically I think it was like, I fucking got through it without fucking,
It felt like make or break. It felt like the stakes were very high.
like I got through
Because
that.
you can do that. I'm really struggling with Tourette's. Can you all sing it, please? You
Yeah.
can do that like once.
You
You can
can
do
do-
that one trip
Right.
around. You know, we had a couple of festivals where you really struggled.
That's
But
right.
like,
And he's not like, we need to hear Lewis singing. His voice is the attraction. Like we can't just have Capaldi, licking the stage and trying to shove fucking
can't do the
drumsticks
Charli
up his
XCX
arse
thing.
like Charlie XCX.
Yeah, he can't do
you know what I
that.
mean?
He can't do
You can't be
that.
trying to put a whole Lego set up your arse like Charlie XCX. You have to sing. And that's what people are here for. There's no fucking lights displays. So, and he did, and he nailed it. And I think we could be mates with him. I do feel like Capaldi is ripe to be like, come on the pints with us when we go on,
Yeah.
when we get mescal out for pints.
I've met Capaldi's manager,
yeah.
indecipherably Glaswegian.
Yeah.
I think that's how he gets so many of his deals. Like this guy's, I have friends from Glasgow who haven't a clue what this cunt's saying.
He's just,
And he's making deals in LA. And I think the LA
Sick.
guys just genuinely believe he's speaking a different language. And they just say yes and he gets millions.
that's so nice. Now, 1975.
I'm a changed man.
Well, go on.
I think they're cool and great.
Brother! Oh, that's so nice that you
I
said
think they're
that.
so self-aware
Ah, lad.
and funny.
Yeah.
I think every bit of it was very cool. It was very exciting to see them sort of live out that dream.
Yeah. And do you know what? They did a very Vito thing in a way, because you're a man for spectacle and investment in things. And they spent 4 times their fee on the
Production.
production
As you
of it and
fucking
just
should.
making it absolutely
As you fucking
decent.
should. And like having all the negative comments flashing up on the screen
Yeah.
while they were singing and being like, I'm a poet. I'm
Yeah.
the voice of my generation.
Yeah.
You know, I bleed for you.
Lad.
And a daylight
Yeah.
darkling.
But you know what? And I'm like, I've obviously seen them live twice. They're so sick live. Matty, he's giving
He's a
it.
front man. He's a quintessential
He's a fucking
star.
He's a star, and
And he's funny.
he is funny.
And he knows all of the cringe things about him. It's that thing with comedy. There can't be any
Yeah.
elephants in the room. There's no elephants in the room with Matty Healy.
That's right.
He knows exactly who he is and what he's doing.
Yeah, and he knows exactly the fucking irritation that he's creating in other people. Like, people hate them. Like, I posted up a little story because I was getting messages about it when, like, they were on. People were messaging, just being like, how do you like this shit, and blah, blah, blah. So I just did a little story being like, I think they're great. I think they were great. 1975, long live King Matty. Love Matt Healy. And I mean, my inbox was just people fucking hate them. And also then there are people who love them and they're just like, fucking brother. I'll have like some, you know, people who, they wouldn't say it out loud, but they'll come in DMs and be like, brother.
Them if you didn't. Like, I get that their stuff they're doing is very poppy and it's not like the type of music that I would maybe like listen to that much. But I just think he's like funny, and they're funny guys who are so self-aware. Like, just it's this self-awareness that I think cuts through for me.
And he's smoking fags up there.
It's just
legend.
With a cigarette and a Guinness. It's like, you are a fucking cool guy. Like, I think that is cool. Like,
I think it's so, but and he's playing into a character there of the musician, like just with the pint and the fag, and it's been almost camp-witted, leaning into this whole fucking thing.
Yeah, leaning into the thing. It's wrestling almost.
And I love their little fucking sugary pop tunes. And then they've got some, like, fucking, you know, Be My Mistake is a sweet little number. They've got, you know, they've got heart in a lot of them. There's some great lyrics. I just think, and he's you know, and he has this thing about like, thank you for coming to see my band. And they've been in the same band since they're like 13.
Yeah.
They're all like, he'll say like, they're like, these are my best friends. Like, this is like, it's like.
Is the 1975 from the internet.
Yeah.
They're just like.
That's good fun. And I know there'll be people in the comments out because people are all like, oh, Matty's a nonsense stuff. Just because you kissed a 16-year-old in the crowd once doesn't make you Jimmy Savile. Give him a break. He smokes fags and is cool. Shut up. Got lovely curly hair.
I'm very much around on the 1975 thing. Speaking of people getting annoyed online, we have to go to the Patreon.
Oh!
But I will talk about, I was on Ryan Tubridy's radio show.
I was on Alan Carr's podcast. I'm going to talk all about that.
We're going mainstream. We're mainstream boys.
We're selling out.
Cracking.
You better fucking believe it.
Legacy media.
You gave me the chance to say a slur earlier. I turned it down because I'm a corporate shill now.
Alan Carr gave him some tips. Don't say slurs.
Suckling on the teeth of Big Car. Yes. I've got Alan Carson to talk about, more stuff about my mum in Italy. I've also got, this is fucking, a great fucking little date story, very funny. One coming up, you're gonna love this one. This is real Mike being an absolute fucking nincompoop central. Also, we're gonna drop in the fucking tour dates into the middle of the episode. Right.
Buy tickets for the tour, all that stuff. Sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/parenting for an extra episode every week. And we're moving to a studio in the coming months. We've signed on. We're doing it. We're building our own fucking place that will look exactly like this.
It's going to be, we're still going to be on a couch.
in a different place.
Don't worry.
They'll have an address for you to send sweets to.
Sweets.
And towels.
Severed limbs.
Maybe not that one, but like
pubic
nice
hair.
stuff.
That's what BBC sent to Lord Byron.
Okay.
The poet, the romantics poet. They'd send him pubic hair in a letter. If that's what you want to do, that's up to you. It's not illegal.
I think it might be.
It could be illegal, so watch it. Don't get caught. Brothers, we'll see you on the Patreon.
Patreon.com/parenting.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Brothers. Nice.